Alright, awesome. So this is my assignment for Module 6, the code refactoring and cleanup. So for this assignment, I will be using a code that I made for my CSC 250 class that I'm currently taking. What I'm going to do, let me go to web server so that we can see real quick. So we can see it. All right, cool. So, yeah. So what I plan on doing is kind of just change the wording for the different classes, and then I might potentially, in this case, um, add a progress bar, so that as so users can kind of see how many images are in the code that they're going to be swiping through. So let's first start on improving main aspect. So I'm gonna I'm gonna pull up a little note here so I know what I am editing as I'm my way through this real quick. Uh, Um, just cleaning my other monitor, so that way while I'm doing stuff or changing names, I can do that on the JSS and the CSS. But yeah, so for this right here, I feel like I could make the div a little better. Um, so we'll keep that alone. I would say maybe add image in there, because it is an image. So let me go ahead and change that for the rest of it. So that is the div that allows. Oh, has a div here. Uh, so, all right, that fixes it. Then in here, let's see. Image slide. At to maybe the image. I think that sounds good. Just the image slide because it would be here the images. Um, button. Let's see. How about I call it the action? Back right. right in here. Have anything else? And where do you get that info from? Because that changes the color. I, and what my professor told me is if I moved this to the top or above, or do that, so that the buttons will appear above the way I wanted them to. So that, this is some feedback I got from her. Um, yeah, next slide. I think that sounds good. Um, show slide to show image slide. I think it make a little more sense since we are dealing with images in this case. So let me just change that real quick. And this will be image slide. Oh, and this last one right here. All right, awesome. Now let me switch up the CSS on this real quick. I did name it, and then with moving the it's to the top, I now have this big space here, which I don't really like too much. And now oh, there you go. Okay, I might put the progress bar right about here, so I'll make sure to put that in between. Make a div in between the button. So now I can move. Oh yeah, that I had to do this to make sure that. So I could genuinely just remove this right here. Um, the margin top. Let's see, image. Let's see if I remove this. Yeah. I think I like that. That looks pretty cool. Um, that fixes the image thing I was having. All right, cool. Um, the header, like the space right here is a lot, so I might change that up real quick. Let's see. Pretty sure that just, yeah, we don't want that. I think that's fine. So let's go ahead and add. The JSS, we're gonna add stuff to it, but let's go ahead and knock out the um progress bar. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So I do want it in between the button. Slideshow, just because my main concern is because of the way the images are formatted, users wouldn't be able to see the progress bar, so it'd be best to put it in between. Make a whole new div here. Um, of its own for progress wrap. will then add another div in between for the progress bar. I'm not going to hard code anything into the HTML. That'll be in the JavaScript. And then I'm going to do a Alt-Shift-F to make sure it looks good. Yep. So that the prayer works. And we are going to go ahead and knock out the JSS real quick before going into the CSS. So let's see, where am I? I'm going to put it below this. This is the JSS for the progress bar where user will be able to how many more images are left. Let's show. It is a little long, but I feel like it's necessary. But yeah, so we're gonna do. It's gonna be const. I'm gonna call it progress bar. And this will get ID that we made for the progress bar. I'll get that by element, and then the progress bar. If I'm not wrong. So what the progress bar would do. So this is where we're going to use a loop. If the progress bar or so it's going to const of images that are in slideshow. So I name this. Let's call it let's call it int count. I think that'd be pretty cool. Will equal x divided by the number of images in the array. This times for the bar. This is what we're gonna make the the way the progress bar is gonna look. So so bar style progress bar actually. I keep forgetting about style dot width. Um, proper. It might be the hopefully the JS is down. So now we're gonna do the CSC before the media and the CSS for the progress bar. As an ID, we're going to do the hashtag. So we'll do progress rep, which is what we're going to do of height background color just for now since it's background color. We're gonna do a red for testing. Oh, there it is. Awesome. And then we're going to border radius of like that. It's pretty rounded. You can't really see it, but it's pretty rounded in there. Right there. Do have to put some margins in there soon. I do want that hidden. It is from research I did before doing this that it's best to have it hidden. Um, uh, let's see, 12 look like. Let's do instead of top, let's do bottom. Then we're gonna focus on the CSS for the progress bar itself. Boom, right, 100%, 0%, background color as white for now. Let's see what happens here. And the transition so that it moves right. I'll do a width, no beat. Let's do 200 milliseconds to kind of move. Let's see. Background white. What's wrong here? This. Change the background to red. Let's see here. So progress bar here. I'm gonna make sure I named it right. Progress bar, progress bar. It's messing it up. Okay, let's see here. Do some research. don't see. Oh, actually, see it right here. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. 52 index. Okay. Um, mm, Right. Now we do. Mhm. Let's switch this. Yeah, there we go. Boom. All right, cool. I forgot about index for a minute. All right, so now it's doing that. Okay. Um, but yeah, I'm getting any errors here. I put this into. There it goes. Okay, so I just had to put it in there. Cool. So that it looks nice. Yeah, so I do like the way it looks. All right, cool. So here's the progress bar. Boom, boom, boom. If we expand all this, it shows image. I might add something so it's not as big. Not be able to see it real quick. Since we're focused on the code here. But in the media, to push to do that right here. And then if let's see, 100% whatever. Let's do what about 50%? What would that look like? I won't keep it in the middle, so let's do 100. Height of 10 pixels. And let's do 12 pixels. Right. That's not gonna work. I did padding. Let's see. Looks fine. I just don't like how big or like how close it is to the sides. What if I did a margin pixels? What that? How would it look? Or how it looks. So it wouldn't work that way. So let me. 90% instead of, and then I do a margin left, do 10 pixels. How about margin? Oh, it goes. Okay, cool. So I think I like it like that. This is what it looks like now that I kind of messed around a little bit. It's a little uneven. It meets the perspective I want it to meet. But yeah, that is the refactoring. Let me make sure this is pretty here. Oh, why do I have an error now? Okay, I'm missing this. I am up. It's because I did that. Okay, cool. So here, there we go. Make sure this is. There we go. All right, so this is my um assignment for, let's see here, module 6, code refactoring cleanup. Thank you.